been thinking about this thing to something bothers me very, that I think that it makes me do this discussion. The main subject: why becoming a music producer will save your life. Like I promised, I'm becoming a music producer. I'm 47. Yes, it's always good to wake up. It doesn't matter at the age. It's your life. It's your decisions. So thinking about when a person wants to become not just a musician, there's a lot of people that could become, or they are musicians, but they don't work in that field. What does it mean? It means something very, 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 very interesting. It means that there's a difference in becoming a player that plays music and earning money from, teaching music or doing a lot of things in the area of your desire, your musical desire and interests. So, what I'm talking about, why becoming a music producer in 21st century in this modern society. I'm getting close to the 11th of March to become 47. Single, no kids. Wish for me to meet a good woman, to create a family. And but besides that, so a lot of free time, I have in my hands. So, I'm been dedicating my life to becoming not just I am a musician, but to becoming a music producer, because I love, not just love. I think there's some sort of a moral inner gestures that I feel that I must create the music from a moral perspective. So I will explain. When we are doing what we like, not just 8 to 5 a job, I mean that we are waking up and becoming to be what we were meant to become, and we're growing out of our old perceptions and understanding, and we have a lot of subjective thoughts that are not taking us to the right direction that we need. So I will explain why it's important for you, if you want to become a music producer, that the world needs more music producer, not just a person that installs softwares and touch pads and starts to click this and creating music. I'm talking about really, really having the oneself value of understanding and knowing by your inner thoughts and your emotion, your spirit inside yourself, that you know that you can bring something out from yourself to other musicians. And if you want to be focused, like myself, about my things that I do, to create them outside, that other people will pay for those things that they will enjoy. So you can become a self-music producer for your own music. This is one level. Second level, not the level that something is more than the other, So if a person becomes to be a music producer for someone else, it means that he loves music. So he likes producing the music. So he needs a studio in his instruments, in his, etc. Blah, blah, blah. I won't go into depth. There's a lot of information out there. But the main issue from this moral perspective that I'm talking about, that if you really feel like the movie V for Vendetta, if you feel it, so you must rise up. And rise up, it means that if you're becoming a producer that will produce music of other people, okay, by becoming a sound engineer or a person that hangs on all around this constructive thinking about becoming a person that brings music out there by his own learning and loving music. So it becomes to be an engineer, a self-engineer, and you become to uplifting your professionality in the field that you want. Today, everybody can create an album at home, and it can be a mega fucking great album. So the days of the analog gone. Thank you, ma'am, and it's gone. But with saying that, it means that there's a lot of problem with excessive creative. I call it excessive creating, bullshit creating. And you know what I mean? I mean that when we are creating in an area of technology, that each moment we can change the tape. But today tapes is not analog, so the creativity could be endless. So it can rob us from this musicality that we feel and the creative side. And I know if someone doesn't understand what I'm saying, so probably continue traveling in the internet and then you will come back to understand. Or if you have questions, ask. I will explain it. But my side is to bring a value out there in my channel. So when I started this channel, it was a very small channel. It was, I think, 30 people. Now it's 110 people. I think 110, yes, subscribers. So I'm not advertising nothing. There's no paid advertising. There's nothing. There's only myself trying to bring us together to become producers. And the main issue why I think producing will save your life and our life is because the world is waiting for new producers, and the world is waiting for self-thought producers, and the world is waiting for a lot of creativity that is out there in your place, your home. When you're sitting and dreaming to become a producer, stop dreaming, just become. Be the change you want to be, to see in others, like Mahatma Gandhi said. So when the reason, like I said before, that I had already, I did a small movie about decisions why, because the diversity was so transparent to my own friends that always they told me in this year, they told me, guy, you need to do more. You create so much, so why not just become a producer? So, and I'm not working as a guitar player for anyone, it's just for myself. So, but I do think that when you decide to become a music producer and you decide it, but you need to understand from which field you're going there. If you're going to become a music producer because you are, that you feel that you lost in the game of becoming a professional player, or a band member, or earning money from playing, so that's where you went to become a producer because it's the second choice, do not do it. I think most of the people, let's take the gigantic, the most best ever, that I think the music producer that I love the most, it's Bob Rock. So when Bob Rock came to be a producer, you can check his information out there in the internet. It was not intentionally. It happened because he worked in a place, and life drives the person from one side to another, and things change in the love of music and the creativity in his own side. So it brought him together to become a music producer slowly and surely, and then look today. But if Bob Rock feels that he lost something because he wanted to be a great musician, wanted to be a musician and to succeed in this field, information is out there. So you be the judge for yourself. But my thoughts, it's if you choose to be a producer, it doesn't matter in what age. It means that you need to, first of all, love yourself and your creativity. And if you feel that you can bring something back to the world of the artist, then you do it. Okay. And the second side of the coin is when you feel you want to become yourself, to become a producer for yourself, your own music. So it's different. It's different. So you're becoming to be a you're creating yourself to become a producer and a music writer. This is different because then you own your own label, the lyrics, all the thing is your palm of your hand, and then you send it to the world outside. And then if people like it, you can earn money from that. And yes, you will earn for money. And today in this age of information, you can get to millions of people in one click. You only need one good song. Let's say, imagine 50 million people watching your song. You can do pretty good money, pretty good money can do so. Imagine what if you're going to be a master in the hits, and you will create small hits for jingles for shows or songs for people, and you just create the click. And you know how you get the click? I think when a person does not think about becoming successful and just doing the things and let other people in the community of the producers, the music writers and creators. So I think the people are combining together. They feel some sort of humbleness, humility, and by sharing things together, we are uplifting not ourselves, the listener. So that's why I decided to just open my mind, like in the movie Matrix, open your mind. So why do you think that becoming a music producer will save our lives? Because once we recognize that from a spiritual emotion, from a psychology point, from your own self-recognition that who you are as a self-entity, you are an entity that you can do and become whatever you want in the music field. And do not be afraid of what other people say, and do not be afraid that these conglomerates of all the united companies around this field of music, that companies are taking so much money from musicians. Do not think about this. The only thing that is important is, first of all, deciding. And once you decide, things will, it's like water that's falling in the mountains. When it falls on the mountain, and all the sprinkling waters on the mountain, it goes all the channels, and then everything goes to the sea. So all the water goes to the sea, and the sea is not full. Always the sea becomes to be the sea. It's the same from the Bible in King Solomon. All the waters goes to the sea, and the sea is not full. In translating it to Hebrew, it's different. And I'm trying to speak in English, so I'm doing the best I can. So what's the talk for today in some simplistic way? So it means that, first of all, never be afraid. You can try anything you want, even if it's not even it's your material that you're used to do, but you feel you can do a lot of diverse thing. Do everything in the field. If you're creating for yourself, try to create a lot of things. You can use a song about jazz, country, death metal, fusion, country, rock, blues. Do a lot of songs. It could be many things. Space music, dark jazz. Do whatever you want. Okay. You can create so many songs that has nothing to do with your own self place that you feel that you're the best. Let's say if you are, like, I'm a heavy metal player. So if I'm a heavy metal player, so this is what I do. I love death metal. I love thrash metal. So this is what I'm going to do. No, if I want to create a small jazz 1940 ballad in a jazz and to sing, even if you want as a creator to sing, do it. Create and create. As many of things that you feel, all the things that you feel you want to create, just create it. Put it in the side, upload it for the website, and just become the producer. So if someone comes to you and says, show me what do you produce, you just give him the songs. This I produce, and etc. And then you ask, wow, for who was for this music? Who ordered this music? No, this is my music. I created it. And the person who says, wow, you created it? So if I bring my song, you can help me to become a better musician because you create in so much diverse ways. So think about it. This is one. And this is the field that I choose. So write music in any emotion that you feel, in any level, in any situation. Write just music and write it. And do not have fixation in one part. Don't stay in one thing and say, oh, this is do the best, so that's it. No. Okay? In the situation that I'm doing what I'm doing, let's say yesterday I wrote a small piece. It's a jazz piece, like ocean, the seas, the eagles. You can hear them in the sky, and then the melody comes in, and then just jazzy a little bit, and just I'm singing and something like that. It's nothing to do about my love for death metal. Okay, it's nothing to do about that. I love heavy metal. It's nothing to do with that. So a friend of mine says, "Guy, did you created this piece of music?" I say, yeah. I'm shocked. How can you do that? It's nothing to do with the guy that I know that plays metal every day. And this is what I'm saying. So you have a lot of emotions. Create those songs and become, if you want to be a self-producer for your own music, just create in a very diverse way. Now, if you want to become a producer just to produce music for others, so first of all, you need to know you need the materials, you need a good computer, you need monitors, all those informations out there. If someone wants to ask questions, ask, I will reply, but there's a lot of things outside. My main issue is to tell you that if you want to produce music for others, so, okay, you just decide. So it's one decision to become a producer for helping people to make their content and to bring it out by your specialty, okay, and professionalism, okay, and the other is if you are your own music producer and composer and you do your own music and produce it. So it's two different things, okay, but you need to decide. There's money in everywhere. Remember, people love music. People will always love music. Music is saving the planet, saving humanity. With no music, kaput with the planet. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, stop listening to people. Stop asking the bad questions in your anxieties and your fears. Just create and create and create. It doesn't matter. You can become a medium rap producer, and you will see everything that you put your focus inside, and you continue and continue and continue, will not stop. you will succeed. Remember that. So this was today my talk about why I think becoming a producer will save your life, because you're earning your life. When you got your life, this is the gift that you got. So you bring that gift to yourself first, and then you bring it to others. And I'm telling you, it will work. Just be focused, do it from your heart, become the diverse person that you want to feel, and just do it. Like Richard Burton said, screw it and just do it.